All right, so welcome back to the channel, guys. It is me, 80 Today, guys, we do our next debate show, guys. Debate show number 5. And the topic that we have in hand is, do GOATs have to win a World Cup? Now, this is a very difficult question. It's a very difficult question, and I think it's the question that can really conjure a lot of arguments. There's a lot of arguments that can be made for both sides here. You could argue that it's not necessary. Some would say it's necessary. And I feel like it all comes down to subjectivity, you know. And let's look at the current GOATs that we have in the current time era. We have Messi, Ronaldo. They're currently the two best players right now in the world this last decade. How do we, for me personally, they're amazing in terms of club football. I will give them that. But for me, for a GOAT, in order to be a GOAT of this sport, you have to be very good both internationally and club. And I'll be honest with you guys, neither Messi or Ronaldo have done it for me in the international stage, especially in the World Cup. And forget winning the World Cup. They haven't really been amazing in the World Cup. I know people will say Messi 2014 was brilliant. You know, he scored 4 goals in group stage, everything like that. But here's the thing. It's the group stage. He never really balled in the knockout stage. And the same could be said for Ronaldo. He never really did much in the knockout stage. In fact, he hasn't scored. Neither Messi or Ronaldo have scored in a World Cup knockout stage. Both of them only scored in the group stage. And yes, I know people bring up Ronaldo's hat-trick against Spain, which obviously was great. But my point here is that they never really been amazing in their international stage. And I know people say Ronaldo is currently the most active goal scorer right now. He's got so many goals. He's got the most international goals in history. But here's the thing. A lot of the goals that he scored against aren't against like elite opposition. So it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one indeed, guys. It's a very, very controversial one. So we're gonna have a lot of different opinions for this one. So yeah, as I said, guys, it's a very, very tricky subject to discuss. It's not a very easy topic. So um, it's a topic that you could put in both ways, you know. And yeah, I just want to know what you guys think. I just want to know what you guys think. So, like I said, I sent a link out in the debate show chat. So if you guys want to be part of that, I've already please direct message me. I'll be sending you a link. I've already sent a link to like 2 people already for this topic. Let's see if they'll join or not. And yeah, man, let's go ahead and look at what's going on. And obviously, I put a poll out there for you guys to make sure you guys participate in the poll. And obviously, guys, subscribe if you're new around here and like the stream as well. Helps the channel grow. And as we continue our quest to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, guys, 1,000 subscribers. So I see we have one viewer here on the chat. So let me go ahead and see what's happening now, and that kind of thing. Let me see what's going on. So that person left. So yeah, let me go ahead and just check for my phone. And like I said, guys, we'll definitely be here for around an hour. That should be the time frame. And yeah, as I said, guys, we're here. So let's go ahead and see what you guys say in the chat. I know it's a Sunday. I know we're not gonna get a lot of people because probably a lot of people are tired right now. And that kind of thing, which is kind of um uh, interesting. So yeah, let me see. So no one's done the poll. I thought there was a poll there. So the poll was gonna be there. Okay. Interesting. So yeah, as I said, guys, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Obviously, guys, I've been making some international content for you guys on the side, with CONCACAF Nations League and obviously Nations League as well. So yeah. So yeah, let me go and see what's going on here. Um, Actually, I think there's one person I can maybe can get on. Let me invite this person. Let me see what's going on here. But yeah, so far we have no one joined, man. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I guess maybe everyone's kind of fatigued and tired out. Yeah, so we might have to end the stream early, guys, because no one's joining, guys. No one is joining, which is unfortunate. Put it out on Twitter, put it on Discord as well. I'm not sure why people are not joining now. Hmm. Yeah, no one has joined, which is very unfortunate. All right, we got a one person here. Let's see. Hey, let me go into the link. Already got two people here, man. Two people. All right, let's go ahead and continue, guys. So, as I said, so let me go ahead and see. So, Kool-Aid is here. Where's Modric's World Cup? Yeah, oh, cool. I've sent you the link on Discord. So, if you want to come on here and give your thoughts, if you don't want to, that's okay. But yeah, as I said, guys, I just feel like for me, guys, to be a GOAT, you kind of, I feel like I feel like Messi, Ronaldo, it's going to be kind of hard for them to compare to Pele and Maradona because they never really done it in the international stage. So, I don't know, man. It's a difficult one. Rubik's, hello. So, my opinion, this whole thing, if I had to give you guys an answer, for me personally, I would say they don't have to necessarily win a World Cup, but they have to at least be contribute. Like they at least have to be like significant, like a huge part of the reason why. Like if Messi Ronaldo performs big in the international games and the World Cup games, especially the knockout games like quarters and semis, if they don't win it, okay, then fair enough. Then that's good enough. But they haven't quite done it enough. So if they can do that, then I'll put them as goats in my opinion. So for me, they don't have to quite win the trophy, but they at least have to be like great in the international games. At least have a one significant international tournament in the World Cup specifically. Kool-Aid, I can't join. Oh, that's unfortunate. I would love to have you to come on. Oh well, it is what it is. At least you can chat in the comments, which is at least I guess a good alternative. And yeah, so there's the Let's see. Let's see what else. My opinion, it depends. Ooh, yeah. This is see. That's the thing because if you actually look at it, the current players that won a World Cup, are we gonna really say Griezmann's a goat? Are we really gonna say Giroud's a goat? You know, these kind of things. Like it's kind of like varies from player to player. If you're from a big football country, it's like a way to complete your career. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if you're like, let's say you're like from like I don't know, like from like let's say you're from Norway, like Holland case. We know that Holland will probably never win a World Cup because Norway is just not on there for the thing. But at least he can do for like a Champions League. Like, like my thing about Holland is that you can at least try to win a Champions League. It's kind of similar to Zlatan, right? Zlatan never won a World Cup, but he never won a Champions League. So how do we view his case? So I don't know, man. It's a difficult one. It's a very open topic. Like this is a topic that you could like go back and forth. There's not like a right or wrong answer. It's a very much controversial one. Iniesta is a good midfielder. Yeah, I think we can all agree. Iniesta is definitely up there and one of the best players in the world. You know, obviously he won a World Cup. He won Champions League as well. He's definitely up there, man. He's definitely up there. There's no debate whatsoever for that one. But if you're from a middle class or a minor one, it's more like using your aura to improve your country or future generation. Pathing the path for your successor completed. Eldon transfers. World Cup's the biggest football competition ever. Goats at least have to begin the competition to come close from winning it, like Messi 2014, or win it. My thing about the Messi 2014, because you do put up a good point. He did came close to winning, but if we're being completely honest here, I don't really think Messi was that amazing in the World Cup. Like for me, like I actually would argue he wasn't Argentina's most important player. I would actually argue you can say Romero. I think Mascherano was also very important. Argentina's defense, I think, in my opinion, was actually more important in that World Cup than Messi. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Messi wasn't important, but I don't think he was like the most important. And let's be real, guys. Messi didn't really do much when it came to the knockout stage of the World Cup. Like I know he provided that assist against Switzerland for Di Maria's goal. I didn't really do much against Belgium, and he only scored the winning penalty against Netherlands. And even in the final, he missed like two big chances. I think there was one easy chance he could have scored on the free kick. So for me, man, Messi, yes, he almost won it, but like my thing is that he didn't really like contribute in the big games of the World Cup. That's my thing, in that he didn't score and those kind of things. Because like I said, guys, if you want to be like a GOAT, you have to perform both club and international. Messi's definitely done everything in club football. He's done everything in club football. I'll give him that. He was club football. He's done everything. But when it comes to international, I just don't think he's done everything for that yet. So yeah, yeah. I'm not saying he wasn't important. I'm just saying that I don't think he was the most important. Yeah, yeah. You do make a good point that he was important. I'm not saying he wasn't, but I'm just saying is that I feel like for me, he wasn't like I feel like Argentina could have still made the final. Even I feel like he probably helped them made out the groups. I'll give you that, but I don't think the Argentina like I don't know, man. It's difficult to say. You know, I just don't really think he was that amazing in the knockout stage, at least in my opinion. So, yeah, and then obviously we look at Ronaldo, for instance. You know, so it's a very difficult topic, guys. It's a very difficult topic, and I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. So I know many people will say Messi is a goat right now, and for me, I just don't really think he can be, in my personal opinion. And this is all kind of subjective as well. That there's no like right or wrong answer in my opinion. Like this is up to you, personal opinion. Like there's not like a objective answer that okay, if you know, there's not like a single definitive answer. I think Neymar could win the World Cup for Brazil. Kane would win the World Cup for England. See, like here's the thing: if Neymar wins a World Cup for Brazil, would you consider him a goat? I get. Well, I mean, now if Kane wins a World Cup for England, I'm not considering him a goat. Let me just say this right now: if Kane wins a World Cup for England, I'm not putting him in the goat conversations. Okay, he'll be up there for one of England's best players, but I'm not putting him in the conversation of Pele and Maradona. I'm not putting him in there because his club career has been very, very disappointing. Neymar would almost, yeah. If Neymar wins the World Cup, he would pretty much, I would say, should probably would be a go because he's pretty much completed everything in club football. That said, I feel like he could win another Champions League. Like I feel like Neymar needs another Champions League, and then I think he's completed club football. So, yeah. I will say, like, if Neymar wins the Champions League with PSG and wins the World Cup, then I'd say he's pretty much a GOAT in my opinion. So, but he has to be contributable in the World Cup because you can't just, like, let's say for instance Neymar doesn't do anything and they still win the World Cup. Are we really going to say he's a GOAT then? You know, there's those kind of things you have to take into account as well. Messi didn't score much in the 2014 World Cup, but you cannot say Argentina when it made the final with that. Messi's the playmaker was crucial. Yeah, as I said, like I feel like I don't know. I just feel like Messi, like for the player that he is, I expect him to score the goals as well. You know, so yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, he's an important player, obviously, and he's the captain of the team. I know, and obviously, I know he's the most important player. And yeah, you could probably argue they probably don't make the final without him. Because he did facilitate play, but at the same time, Messi was pretty good that time. I mean, Messi, that was 2014. Messi was really, really good player at that time for Barca. So yeah, man, I don't know, man. There's just so many opinions you can make. But for me, as I said, guys, for Messi to be a GOAT of the World Cup, um, um, he needs to be really, really good for me. This is just my opinion, guys. Like, I'm not like saying that your opinion is wrong. It's just that this is my personal criteria. If he can perform in those big games, the semis and quarters, and is actually in scores in those kind of games and assists as well, and wins the World Cup, then for me, I'm saying he's the GOAT. Okay. He doesn't have to necessarily win it, but at least be like very significant, and at least like give like does everything he could possibly can. You know, like we're in the Messi in like 2018, 2019 season for Barca in the Champions League. If he had that kind of performance in the World Cup and he doesn't win it, then I would say he's a GOAT. Okay. So that's just my thing. I just feel like that's just for me personally. Okay. Neymar could win the World Cup or UCL, but he still wouldn't be considered GOAT over Messi or Ronaldo. Yeah, I mean that's a fair point. Like I'll give Messi. Like if Neymar wins a Champions League and a World Cup, you can't. Messi and Ronaldo are still better than him in club football. We have to agree with that. But international, Neymar might have the edge. He might have the edge if he wins a World Cup. So like I said, guys, it's a very difficult topic. Like there's no like it's a very like I feel like it comes down to your personal opinion. Like I don't think there's like a correct answer in this thing. So it really depends on what you believe, personally speaking. You know. Yeah. So yeah, man. Let's see. So I sent a link to my one of my good friends. Let's see if he's gonna join or not. Um. So let me go read. Let me look at the poll real quick. This is interesting. So majority of you guys say yes. So 67% of you guys say yes. 33% says no. Interesting. Like I said, guys, it's a very controversial topic. Like I'm gonna say this right now, and I just wanted to hear. Like I thought we'd have a bigger turnout, but it's okay, guys. Let's try to get it 10 likes, guys. That'd be greatly appreciated. So let me see if we can get some people to join because I would like to hear their input on this. Let me see. So yeah, 6, man, 6 likes and dang, 6 votes as well. So yeah, let's try to get it 10 likes, guys. 10 likes indeed. So who's still watching? So I see my end. There's one person still watching. So let me go ahead and see. Okay, let me see who else might join. Ooh. I can't stay for long, but no, they don't. Ooh, that's interesting, Paulo. So let me ask you this question, Paulo. Is Messi Ronaldo the two GOATs already? Because for me, as of right now, if the career ended today, nah, I'm not saying they are. I'm not saying they are personally. Winning a tournament doesn't define your skills. I get that argument, and that's also very true because some would also argue the World Cup is also kind of another issue with the World Cup that we're not discussing about is the World Cup is only for a certain period of time. It's only a certain period of time every 4 years, and let's just say hypothetically, let's say you've been playing brilliant for those other for the last World Cup to the current World Cup and that time frame. The qualifiers were banging in goals, you were consistently doing well. But when it came to the World Cup, let's say, for instance, you were just sick. Let's say you just missed the tournament. So, and the next time you have an opportunity is the next 4 years. So, you see, this is where it kind of gets a bit complicated because, but here's my thing to that, my counter argument. The World Cup, see, for me personally, Messi and Ronaldo don't have to win a World Cup for me to be GOATs. Let me just say that right now. But they at least have to be like amazing. Like they at least have to score like 6 goals in like the knockout stage of the World Cup. If they could do something like that and be the reason why their national team breaks it far, then I'll give you that. Because yes, I know people bring up Messi 2014. And while I do agree he was good, I don't think he was as good as many of us expected to be, So, yeah, that's just my personal thing that if you could perform those big World Cup games and still not win it, then okay, sure enough, you can be. So, because let's be real, guys, Messi and Ronaldo haven't really been that great in the international games compared to club football. They just haven't been. Winning a tournament doesn't it defines your team as a whole. Yeah, that's also true. Anyways, I gotta go now. Bye. All right, see you, Palmo. Thanks for stopping by for a bit. And so, yeah, so 7 votes, man. And we got 4 votes for yes and 3 votes for no. So let's see. Are we going to get any other people to join? Let me see. Yeah, man, no one's joining. This is kind of the unfortunate part. I thought people would join. Actually, there's one person that maybe could join. Maybe. I'm not sure, though, but I'll give it a shot. Let me see. Where's that guy? Oof. Okay, let's see. Where is he? Where is he? Where is... Oh, I can see. There we go. Found it. Wow, Nottingham Forest are back in the Premier League, guys. Bro, what's your views on the great German sniper Tony Cruz from yesterday's match? Yeah, I'll let me just answer this question, then we'll get back on the topic. So, yeah, I'd say Tony Cruz yesterday. I didn't think it was amazing. I didn't think it was bad. I thought he was okay. He didn't really do much in the game. So I thought he was kind of overall okay. Didn't really do much. So, thanks for the question. Hello,
All right,
Matt.
mic check. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So,
Yeah.
all right,
So yeah. Yeah.
Netherlands.
Oh no, this is something different. We'll
Oh,
discuss
okay.
that later. Yeah, we'll discuss that later.
All right.
Um, yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, this topic is basically about do goats have to win a World Cup?
Okay. Yeah. Well, so whenever you're ready, man. That's a good one.
Yeah, this is a difficult one to talk about.
hmm
So what's your views?
Um, like I discussed. Do you know the half hole punt show?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, he does a lot of these types of vids, and I actually like. I'm pretty much since I was on there, like my views haven't really changed much. I think there has to be a distinction between who's the best versus who's the greatest player who has the biggest legacy, because the thing is, man, like, and I like to use these two as a comparison, Neymar and Johan Cruyff. Like, if you actually watch, like, okay, if you just say Neymar and you just say Johan Cruyff, like, everybody knows who both of them are. And most people undoubtedly would say Cruyff has the greater legacy. He's the greater player. He made a bigger impact on the game. He revolutionized the game, like, both as a player and as a coach. He revolutionized the Dutch team. Made the first ever, like, World Cup final. So it's very obvious, like, who's who did more at that World Cup too compared to what Neymar's done at World Cup. So, like, it's very obvious who's the greater player, right? But when you actually watch Johan Cruyff in the '70s, which was a really weak era compared to today, and then you watch Neymar, like, you can easily see Neymar is a better dribbler, a better playmaker, a better passer. Forget the PSG Neymar. When you compare, literally, like, take the best version of Cruyff at Ajax, take the best version of Neymar at Barca. Neymar's better in, like, almost every facet of the game. He's faster. He's a better dribbler. He has better shooting. He has better passing. Everything, bro. Like, he's more unpredictable on the ball. Like, there's no question that Neymar is the better footballer, the better attacker. But Cruyff has a bigger legacy. That's why he's a greater player. So when you talk about, like, greatness, the thing is that, like, I would say yes, the greatest of all time has to win the World Cup, because the thing is that, like, I feel that club football, the optics are always changing. The formats are always changing, and people have a short memory. The thing that like, Generation X, the
I think you're I think there's something wrong with your mic because I can't really hear you properly. Maybe speak a little louder, like just reconnect or something.
okay. All right. Here now.
Yeah, it's a bit better now, I think.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so what I was saying is that, like, I would say yes, that the winner of the World Cup, like, you have to win a World Cup to be the greatest, because the thing is that, for me, like, to have a legacy that transcends the game and transcends generations, you need to win a World Cup, because the thing about international football in the World Cup is, like, I do think club football has higher quality, better tactics. The teams tend to be more stacked, but the thing is that for the World Cup, the format hasn't really changed. It's once every 4 years. You have to beat so and so nations. Like, it's a very good metric to compare players from different eras. Number one, and number two, it's the important thing is that, like, because it's a tournament that's held once every 4 years, like, it has a much greater significance than, say, a Champions League and things like that. So in order to build a lasting legacy of different with different people of different age groups, different cultures, different countries, and the fact that, like, the World Cup does tend to get more viewership too than the Champions League and these things, I feel like, yeah, to be considered the greatest and to be remembered more, you need to win a World Cup, because it's the most memorable competition in the game. So Absolutely, you have to. But even though some players they don't win the World Cup like Messi, Ronaldo, I would say like that shouldn't stop them from being called the best players because I do believe that those two are the best players of all time for sure. Because being the best and being the greatest and having a legacy for me is two different things.
Yeah, yeah, it's interesting. Welcome, Neil.
Yeah, hi, Eddie. Yeah, hi.
Yeah. So yeah, because Vass makes a good point because in order because people real remember this is that the World Cup is the biggest thing in the sport. I think most people that even like the average like your non-football fans, they always watch the World Cup every 4 years. They don't watch the Champions League like that or like the other competitions. Even like the neutrals, they only watch like the World Cup every 4 years because of how rare it is. You know.
I absolutely agree with that, man. Like that is what it is. Like it resonates with more people. It's more memorable because it's like a few games for like just in the summer or in this case the winter. Um, yeah, like it just resonates with more people. It's more memorable. That's why, for legacy purposes, you need it, man. That's basically my take.
Yeah. Well, what do you think, Neil?
I think, in my opinion, that I will agree with your point because at one point of time, because as you said and as Vas said that means after 4 years we watch the World Cup. Even non-footballing fans, they watch the World Cup, and it's actually the biggest sport. It's actually the biggest sporting event in the entire world. It doesn't matter from which country you are. Means being a new means I have got many friends who watch the World Cup, being a Spurs or other sport fan, or and yeah, I would totally agree with you. Even in I guess in the United States where you live, in not much of a footballing country, still you guys watch the World Cup, like you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Neil, what do you think? Like, do you think that to be considered a goat, you have to win a World Cup?
Not necessarily because look at the two goats, Messi and Ronaldo. Like, I mean, they haven't won a World Cup, still they are goats. Like, okay, I get it. Okay, I get it. Like being, you have to win a World Cup to be a goat. That's not the case. Look, means, I know that World Cup is a really big event, but at the same time, like, don't get me wrong, AD, that Champions League, UEFA Champions League, it has like more and more viewers than FIFA World Cup. The UEFA Champions League final. It has like more viewers. It has like more views than the World Cup final. And
Really?
yeah, I mean, according to a stat, I don't know if this is true or not, but according means I don't know how to say this, but that actually surprised me because generally World Cup is a FIFA World Cup. It's like the biggest tournament, in the entire world. But you mean we are going out of topic. But as I was saying that, I mean, there's several players like even some, as you said, you have to win a World Cup to be a goat. Well, some people also say that you have to win a Ballon d'Or to be the goat. Well, the players, well, I can name several players who are like goat type categories, but still they are not considered as goats. For example, there are many players like, you take the English players only: Beckham, Paul Scholes, Gerrard, Ferdinand, Ashley Cole, David Seaman. I guess from the young generational talent, means from the 21st century, I guess it's Michael Owen. I guess it's Michael Owen from England, only the youngest ever Ballon d'Or winner from England. I'm not particularly from England. Also, so many players like even Thierry Henry hasn't won a World Cup. He's a World Cup and a Ballon d'Or. Still, he's regarded as the best player in the Premier League, one of the best players in the world. I mean, in my opinion, he's the best ever player in the Premier League. Then there's so many other players. Like, look at the Dutch players as well, like Johan Cruyff. Is even the Barcelona great and Ajax and an Ajax great. He's still not considered as a goat. Same with Dennis Bergkamp, Ruud van Nistelrooy. So many other great players. Then Yap, then Stump, then Ruud Gullit, then Rijkaard. There are actually many. Even Vieira, Patrick Vieira. Even Patrick Vieira. So many French players. Then There's so many nationality great players like Di Stefano, Beckenbauer, Gerd Muller, even players from from the 80s or the 70s. They are not considered as goats. Okay, I mean it. So in my opinion, I don't think so. In order to win the World Cup, you have to be if you win the World Cup, you are a goat. I don't think so. Means that's what I mean. I mean, I'm totally. I'm not. I won't say I will be against, but it's like completely pointless, because you have to win a World Cup according to because that then only you will be a goat.
Yeah, what about Neil? What about this? What if you perform very well in a World Cup and you don't win it? When is that good enough to you? Like, what's your actually? It kind of depends on your criteria. Like, how do you define who a goat is?
So let me get this straight that uh, the recent World Cup, in which Mbappe outperformed for France.
Yeah,
Okay, he won the world. Okay, he won the World Cup, but he's still not considered as the goat because he's still young. He's still really really young. Same with Griezmann, same with Pogba, same with Giroud. They're not considered as goats because because France. I get it that they played really well, but there were some games that they didn't deserve to win. Okay, for example, Croatia, yeah, they deserve to win a World Cup because they came from a very what should I say, like beating England, then beating Argentina in the group stage, Nigeria, Iceland, then winning against England in the semi-final. Okay, they came from a very long way. I think so. Croatia they deserved it more than uh, than uh, than France. But at the end of the day, France got the better players than Croatia. Like, okay, okay, you know what? Croatia, I know that Croatia also has got some really really good players. Like the best is Modric and Rakitic. I guess Rakitic does he play for Croatia? I don't know,
yeah,
but
yeah. He did. He
okay,
retired now.
oh, he's retired. Okay, Rakitic at some point at that point of time. Then I don't know who's Rebic, then
Yeah, Rebic.
Orsic as well from Dinamo Zagreb. Then Joseph Guardiola, the RB Leipzig centre back. Then Domagoj Vida, Sime Vasalko, who plays for Atletico Madrid. And look at France's team. They have got Pavard, they got Varane, they got Umtiti. Umtiti had, don't get me wrong, AD don't means I don't know if you will be happy with it or not because as a Barca fan, but um, Umtiti, then Hernandez, Pogba, Kante, Griezmann, Mbappe. They were like these players are like a level above them. So at the end, the better team wins. But in my opinion, France, means France they didn't deserve. Means I know they scored 4 goals, but overall wise, I guess Croatia deserved it more in my opinion.
Yeah, it's kind of like the fairy tale story. You wanted Croatia that a much more difficult path, and I understand your argument because that is kind of true. That I don't think France really was that amazing in the World Cup. I think they just got the job done. Like they didn't really like impress. Like they weren't like spectacular. If that makes any sense.
One, I would say one better example. I would say that look at the Argentina France game. Argentina clearly played better than France, but yet they won. Yet France won.
Uh, I don't know. I feel like Argentina got very lucky in that game. They scored a lot of
To be honest, bro, like I think the loss to Portugal in that 2016 Euro had a big impact on Deschamps because the way Portugal won, I think it really scarred him, and he saw that a team like can shithouse their way to a trophy. You know what I mean? So I think like he tried to emulate Portugal's tactics a lot with France in the 2018 World Cup because of the way he saw Portugal win, and that's why France play. Even though they have these great players, they play very terroristic football, and they can get like outplayed. They did get outplayed, for periods against Argentina, and then after Argentina took a 2-1 lead, what happened is that France just like went on a 20-minute blitz and played very well and just like won the game, and then they just like went back to being conservative and doing terrorism. So like I think like that's basically like he knows that like the result is all that matters, and that you can shithouse your way to a trophy, especially in international football. These tactics work really well because there's not a Guardiola and a Klopp who can unlock a good defense over there. Like you're dealing with managers like Tite, like like who are clueless tactically compared to the best managers in club football. So, it's yeah. I mean, the France's win. Like, I agree, it really wasn't that impressive considering that the players that they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if you look at England, even if you look at England, they also didn't had a good World Cup. Still, I think so. They are the most overrated team. England, they are the most overrated team in international football because at that point of time, England got really lucky at that point of time. But unfortunately, means they lost against a regular Croatian side. They almost bloody lost against Colombia, but thanks to Jordan Pickford, who saved them, who saved England. Then they won against Sweden. Then they lost against Croatia. This is what means England, in my opinion. I don't know what you all will react, but England, in my opinion, yeah. Apart from the Euros, I guess last season, last World Cup, England were the most overrated team, and I guess in this season's Euros as well, same. That England they got really lucky because with the home advantage and VAR stuff.
Yeah, let me go read some of the comments real quick. I would say you need international trophies, not exactly a World Cup. A World Cup doesn't depend on one player; it depends on the whole team. That's also kind of true in the sense that I mean, you could say the same for international trophies too, like the Euros and Copa America. That also depends on the whole team as well. So yeah, I do agree that if you want to be a GOAT, you have to at least win something for international. I think we should all agree with that. You know.
I guess the best example has to be Messi and Ronaldo with Euros national with the UEFA Euro 2016, then the Nations League, and Messi recently with the Copa America for Argentina.
Yeah, a GOAT doesn't need a World Cup. A GOAT needs at least one international trophy. I think Germany's the strongest team in the world right now. Look at their team: Milner, Iniesta, Thomas Muller, Hummels, Warner, German sniper,
What
Lewis,
Milner? Well, I
uh,
guess he made. I
Milner doesn't
think
even play for Germany.
Dude, to be honest, I'm worried about Germany, man, because the thing is, their back line like is just not good, and their attackers miss so many chances, bro. Like, so for me, it depends on how much Flick has an impact on the team. If Flick gets them playing well, then they can do something. But on their own, like, I think this team has a lot of weaknesses, especially the back four. I think
the back
Rudiger is
four,
the
yeah.
only one who knows what he's doing back there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, another problem in Germany is that there's so many young players, and when you have such an inexperienced team, it's very hard to do very well.
The problem with Germany that plus not the problem, but the good thing about Germany is that they've got a department. They've got departments, so many departments, in that position in back four. Like Rudiger is the most experienced one, you know, with Klosterman in there as well. With Klosterman, he can even play as a right back or as a center back. Wait, excuse me, does Hummels even play for Germany? I guess not.
I think he
Yeah,
still
I
plays.
mean that he shouldn't, man, because he'd be the worst. Honestly, he's the worst option possible
Oh
as
yeah,
of
Well,
right
Hummels.
now.
I won't say worse, but he's experienced, and some experience will help in defense. Yeah, but his lack of pace can cause
Oh
problems.
yeah, dude, he's been
And
bad for a
Ginter,
while.
I guess Matthias Ginter as well. Then Robin Gosens from Inter Milan, solid option.
Yeah,
Nicholas Zula,
yeah. So
Gundogan is there too. I means I guess he's really underrated. Neil, aren't you watching IPL? No, I'm not. I'm not a cricket fan. Sorry, man. Apologies, I'm not a cricket fan.
Dude,
all
to be
right.
honest, for Germany, dude, I think their back four should be. I think they should play Ginter as a right back. A lot of teams are doing that now. Sometimes Barca play Araujo as a right back, like auxiliary, because it adds a lot of defensive solidity. And I think then Sule, Rudiger, center backs, and I would say Gosens definitely should be the left back. He'd be a more attacking fullback on the other side. So I think that's probably the best way for them to go. I think that back line would have the experience and the athleticism needed to protect them.
Yeah, let me
But
read the next.
unfortunately, was I don't know, but Araujo, because Araujo has got pace and Matthias Ginter has got no space. He's a huge man. I know that means Araujo is also huge, but he has got pace to recover.
That's true. He's younger. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and Genta is old, and yeah, he has got zero pace, and that is why I think so. Klosterman should play either as right back or the center back because
Yeah.
Klosterman he can do the job.
yeah. Let me read the
Yeah.
next. All right. So at 07 Gursh, Christian Sang of France has a strong team too. Mbappe, top form, Benzema, solid defense, and a decent midfield. I could easily see France retaining their title this World Cup.
Um, well, I sorry to interrupt. The means Amor means I will completely. I won't disagree with you, but I don't know if you know about the World Cup curse because ever since 97, since 1997, when France won the World Cup, they got knocked out of the group stage in the 2002 World Cup. In 2002, then 2006, Italy won the World Cup. They got knocked out of the group stage in 2010. 2010, Spain won the World Cup. Then 2010, then 2014, Spain got knocked out of the World Cup in the group stage. Then 14, Germany won, and Germany got knocked out in 2018 from the group stage. So I don't think so. France will perform this season. I don't think so. But we never know what will happen.
And the thing is, the main thing is, bro, like with Germany, I just don't trust France's manager, man. I just don't trust this
Oh
guy.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
really, he's
yeah,
terrible.
Deschamps. Yeah,
The thing is that
yeah.
I don't know, bro. Like after the way Liverpool and Real Madrid played this season, bro, I don't know how you can't have Konate and Ferland Mendy in that defense, bro. Like I don't know how you can't have those two guys. Like I don't know what Luke or Teo Hernandez has done to start at left back out of Ferland Mendy, bro, or
yeah,
Moran
yeah,
has
yeah.
done to start over Konate. Konate is clearly probably the best center back they have form wise. Like so, yeah.
But the problem was is that Konate 4 to 5 games he'll be consistently good, and the next game will be like terrible, absolutely terrible. For Liverpool, that's what I've seen. As a Man United fan, I've seen this season as a from Liverpool's perspective as a Man United fan because I've watched them play and they actually rotate with the centre backs because not benching Van Dijk but playing Konate and rotating him with Matip. That's the problem. And Konate, he's not consistently as a player from for 4 to 5 games he can be really good, but for one game he can be all terrible, man. That's the problem of Konate. So in my opinion, France should go with the back line of, and I guess Lucas Hernandez hasn't been that good for France as well. So I
Yeah.
guess Varane, and with the left back, of course, Theo Hernandez. I don't see a reason why the hell Ferland Mendy should get into this team because I
He should
don't.
he should at least make the bench.
At least the bench, but not in the starting 11 because Theo Hernandez bloody won the league with AC Milan.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah, another thing about France we're not talking about is that defense, because France, for me, as good as their World Cup, because remember, guys, Umtiti was solid in 2018. I'm sorry, I don't trust Kimpembe and Varane. We all know that Varane he's kind of on the decline, man. I know you don't want to say his name,
come
but
on, he's our best centre back in the club. I mean, I hate to say this, AD, because means I get it that I get it that means Varane didn't cause much problem for Real Madrid because Ramos was in front of him. Well, look at what good things he did for Real Madrid. Fans forgot that he was really good. I know he is in the decline, but I will still disagree with you. He's not worse, I would say, but he is not at his best. But still, he had a
yeah,
good season at Man
yeah,
United.
yeah.
But
I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm just saying is that he's not as good as 2018. Like at 2018, Varane is way better than 2022. That's what I'm trying to say.
yeah, I mean, look under Ten Hag where Varane will shine. Mind my words, mark my words.
All right. Sure, a curse could happen, but France are in a decent World Cup group. They could retain the World Cup. I don't know, man. I just don't think France can retain because that defense really worries me, man. And also another thing that we're not talking about is Lloris. Lloris,
Oh
man.
yeah, Lloris. I think so. It's bro means a man. My man is playing like since he's like bloody 40 plus. For God's sake. No, I'm just joking. I'm just playing around, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, Lloris, man. I have Magnan should start, man. Magnan should start. He's been very solid for
But
Milan.
Mainan, but look at. I'm sorry, AD. I know Mainan won the league with Milan, but I guess better than because means I would means Milan should get a couple of games in the World Cup, but I don't like. But Lloris is the main captain for France.
Oh yeah. I know Lloris is going to start. We all know that because he's the captain of the team, and like, there's no way Deschamps. And Deschamps is a very stubborn manager. He's very insistent with his picks. He never usually changes. You know.
And sorry to say if there are any French fans, but I guess that Deschamps is he's really what should I say? He's a biased guy and a type of a racist because I don't want to start with the racism talk, but I guess he was because this is the thing about Deschamps that Remember when Benzema, he was for the continuous 4 to 5 years or more than that, he couldn't get a chance in the French team because it's been said that Deschamps was one of the main guys to to trouble Benzema onto some there was a case against him so that he couldn't play in the Euros, if I'm right.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
what could. Oh, yeah,
and
sorry.
Deschamps was behind. Deschamps was one of the guy because Deschamps didn't wanted him because of his religion or something like that, and like even Deschamps didn't wanted Matuidi, then Sania, so many other players. So, but I won't say he's racist because he didn't wanted to play Paul Pogba, N'Golo Kante in team then Usman Dembele.
Yeah. Oh, another thing we're not talking about, guys. There's always been another issue with France, the off the field issues. I think there's always been a problem with that. We saw in the Euros. Remember the whole Mbappe and Giroud beef?
Oh yeah, I mean, France. France. This is the problem of France. They look at Adrien Rabiot. He didn't got picked up in the World Cup squad in 2018, and he registered a case against the French FA that I should have got picked up, but you picked up some random guy who is like, who is like terrible than me. So how dare you? Means France. There's the problem with France. They're not at all. I have no words for France. That is why I'm not that much into France. Into France's team.
Yeah. Very interesting. Let's move on to the next comment. What's your views on Chiesa? Because he's really underrated. We always talk about Alvaro Morata, Giorgio Chiellini, but Chiesa's always out in newspapers. So yeah, the reason why we haven't talked about Chiesa is because he's been injured. I think he's missed the entire last this year in particular. He hasn't played any games this year. Ever since
Hardly he
January.
has played, I would say. Not entire, but hardly yes, he has.
Yeah, he hasn't played much, and yeah, he's a good player. We saw what he did in the Euros. He was fantastic. He was one of Italy's best players in the Euros, and
But I guess in the final, Luke Shaw caused a lot of problems to Chiesa. I'm not saying as a Man United fan, but I'm saying this as facts because Luke Shaw was causing a lot of problems to Chiesa. But
yeah,
still, in the final, Chiesa showed up. He was
yeah, Chiesa was
really
good.
good.
Yeah, Chiesa was amazing, man. He was great. I could see Portugal, Argentina can win as well, or Canada. No bias. I'm sorry to say, Armor. Canada will not win this. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to be mean or be hurtful. It's around a 16 max. I'm sorry. As for Portugal, Argentina, obviously they have the squads.
I
Do
would
I
say
think they'll win?
max. I would say if they got an easy opponent in the round of 16, then maximum quarters. I would say.
Yeah, with the bracket, man, Canada's like it's a
The-
group stage around 16.
No, and the thing is, bro, Canada's in a very tough group as well, man. Canada is in a very tough group. Like,
Like
Yeah,
yeah. World Cup. I actually didn't saw the World Cup group. 1 second. World
yeah,
Cup, World Cup, World Cup
yeah.
table. I forgot the table for God's sake.
I don't like. Let me give you a quick take. We should actually get back. Well, I mean, this is kind of. I guess this is kind of on topic, but I want to get back to the whole goats thing. But we'll look at these comments briefly. But yeah, Portugal. My issue with Portugal is that I think they can win it, but I don't think they could win with Fernando Santos as manager. As for Argentina, they can also win it too, but I don't really. I don't know, man. That kind of worries me. I feel like I feel like I don't know who else is going to step up in this kind of big games like that because on that kind of thing. So that kind of is where my worry for Argentina is that I just don't know if Lautaro can be that guy in those kind of big games. If Di Maria can be like that kind of player, and Messi as well. So Argentina have a good chance. I'll say this: they should at least get quarters, in my opinion. Semis and beyond, it's tough to say. I'm not
I
really sure.
guess Lionel Scaloni is better than Fernando Santos.
Oh yeah, he's way better as a manager. He's been better.
but you know what though? The thing is, I would say Argentina's a really dangerous team because they have kind of an easy path to the semi, man. And like with the experience and the individual brilliance that the team is capable of producing, once you put a team like that, even though they might not be playing well, once you put a team like that into a semifinal, like they become extremely dangerous. So I think they're one of the teams to look out for in this World Cup.
Yeah, let me look at some more comments.
Group one, Group A is okay. I just want to say the World Cup group. So Group A: Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, and Netherlands. And Group there's still the World Cup. World Cup. What do you say? World Cup matches are not played, right? Means the matches in the sense the qualifiers, means the qualifiers for the World Cup.
Yeah, some qualifiers haven't finished yet. Most haven't finished though.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
like
most have been finished. Yeah,
Peru
group.
and
Yeah.
those.
And I guess the most surprising thing was like Canada getting qualified for the World Cup. That was like, oh my god.
That's not
It's good.
surprising though, because
No,
Canada.
I was literally surprised, man. I was surprised to be very honest. Means I knew they could qualify. It means they were in a much better point difference. But look, when they scored the winner.
I'm so about games.
Yeah, that's interesting there. Agree or not, but both Argentina, Uruguay, Portugal, Argentina are run only on basis of 3 to 4 players. So you mean like 3 or 4 players carry the team? Let's go with
Messi
let's start with
gonna
Uruguay.
Messi gonna win the
No,
World
but
Cup.
you know what though? Like I'll just say like very briefly that you can say that for most of the teams in the competition, bro. Like that's
Yeah, that's
enough
true.
of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a. I mean, yeah, that's kind of. I mean, I kind of agree, but I also don't kind of agree in the same. Like, you're kind of right, but I also don't feel like you're entirely right because some players are like just there just for like, what's the word calling? Just for like,
They're like just there.
Yeah,
Just to
like-
make up the numbers, man. Just to make up the numbers.
yeah. So, yeah, it's but you can, like I said, the same could be said for almost all the national teams. To be fair. France
Yeah.
can win World Cup 2022. Yeah, we're not saying they can't win it. I'm just saying
I
is that
think
I
they
just
will.
don't think they will.
I think they will, because this team, they have really good players. Even if they leave, even if they have like a B squad or C squad, it probably will be winning the World Cup anyways. Because
Yeah.
they all around they have so good players. They have Pogba, they have Kunde, they have Conte.
Oh yeah,
Kingsley
choose
Coman.
Kunde. Choose Kunde. I
God,
forgot about him.
I hate Kunde. Kunde and Varane, so annoying on FIFA as well.
Oh yeah, Kunde and Varane. Yeah. AD. Wow. Actually, Kunde and Varane could be a really good partnership.
France, they think IRL is like FIFA. They play like 3 centre backs who is so good on FIFA. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, read some of the comments.
Imagine in this team. Just one last point. Imagine in this team if they had Koulibaly right now.
Oh man,
no,
that'd be too
no,
much,
no,
man.
no.
Too much.
No,
Yeah,
Koulibaly
France is-
played for France.
Yeah, yeah.
Kunde,
Koulibaly plays for
Varane,
Senegal.
Koulibaly.
Yeah, he now plays for. Remove. Okay, the last comment is really, it's really actually really funny.
Yeah, Ermer. So Canada winning. Davis prime. Still no. Dude, I don't get me wrong. Davis, he could be in his prime, but it won't be enough, man. It just won't be enough. So don't get unrealistic. Canada's not winning the World Cup. Okay.
And to add to dude's point about France as well, dude. Like when you look at Spain in 2014 and Germany in 2018, they had harder groups. That's true.
Yeah. Wales
Yeah.
don't win World Cup. Wales doesn't
Yeah.
win for World Cup playoffs on Sunday. Wait, what do you mean? Like Wales? Oh, you mean like the
Yeah.
playoffs are on Sunday?
I don't think
I guess he wants to say that if Wales, means.
Oh, it's Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Ukraine will make the World Cup.
Sebastian, hello. All right. Yeah, all right. Can't wait to see Uruguay versus Ghana again, lol. Oh, man.
Oh yeah, 2010.
It's
My
fun.
goodness me.
If Luis Suarez does it again, I will legit be so upset.
And
Yes.
another thing, let's talk about Ghana. Eddie Nketiah and Callum Hudson-Odoi, they are on the verge of joining the Ghanaian national team to be part of the World Cup. Same with Terry Clampty and Iñaki Williams as well.
Wow. Yeah,
I
Ghana, man,
can't
they're
wait.
getting so many dual nationals, man. It's crazy.
I can't wait until Messi lift the World Cup and silence the Penaldo fans.
0-7 Singh Sanga.
If Maguire wins a World Cup, I will legit never be on YouTube ever again. I swear, I can't.
Just remove this.
People will compare him to Maldini, Carlos Alberto, Puyol. To be fair, Maguire is.
No, but this is the thing about Harry Maguire. I'm not a fan of Harry Maguire as a Man United fan, but I'm saying this that Harry Maguire for England is outstanding because Gareth Southgate uses him in the right position because England play at a really good system But for Manchester United, he doesn't suit the system for Manchester United, unfortunately.
Yeah, man.
And but for England, he's like a national hero.
Yeah. See, the thing for England is that he plays such a defensive system, and that when you're playing a defensive system, it's very hard to be really bad. Like Maguire he's a good center back, but he can only work well in specific systems. So
Dude, that's why that 3 at the back system, man, like it protects a lot of players, bro. Like look at how it protected like Christensen and Chelsea. Like
Yeah. Look at Maguire's Euro campaign. What an unbelievable campaign he had in the Euros.
Yeah, that's true. Gushan Zink Sanga, Harry Maguire's trash. Remember, now Milan Boreham will get a hat trick every game, easily beat every team. What the heck are you saying? I'm sorry. This will not happen. Like, anyways.
Is he even speaking English?
Technically, it's English, but technically, these things are very far fetched. It won't happen. Anyways, England versus USA twice in a row, 2010 and now 2022. Yes, indeed. Oh yeah, that's me crazy, man.
Yeah.
I actually kind of have respect for Suarez. When he handed the ball against Ghana, he took one for the team.
oh, facts, man, facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
Yeah, he took for the team, and he actually waited until the penalty. Till the penalty.
Yeah, here's the thing. Ghana still could have won the game. They had the penalty.
Exactly.
So
And the thing is, bro, it's not cheating because he was punished for it, man. Like he was punished for it. He got
a red card.
Like yeah. So.
And I guess that was the best season. I guess that was the best. That was the best season that Diego. That was the best season for Diego Forlan as well for Ghana. Best World Cup time for Diego.
We're getting a lot of people to join. All right, France versus Denmark again. I see this game in 2018 World Cup now 2022. I don't think the game will be exciting, man.
What I hope, if Ukraine makes it, I want either them or Denmark to win it.
All right, not gonna lie. I rate Harry Maguire in penalties. Oh yeah, dude, that's crazy. Harry Maguire is actually pretty good in penalties, man.
He's actually pretty good for a defensive team.
Is he a good penalty taker?
All right,
but the thing about Harry Maguire is that look at Jose Mourinho. How badly he wanted Harry Maguire. How badly he wanted Harry Maguire in Manchester United. Even in the Sky Sports TV, he literally told to Roy Keane and Gary Neville how badly he wanted Harry Maguire. No wonder if Jose Mourinho is was at Manchester United, we would have won something.
All right.
Pep also wanted him as well.
No way.
Yeah, they were after Harry Maguire, whilst Man United were also pursuing him. But then Man City pulled out because Leicester were charging a high price.
Imagine Ruben Diaz, Maguire, and Edison. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness, that'd be so funny. All right,
Maguire.
Yeah, all right. So Mats and Sebastian, you guys haven't given your point topics. Me, Vass, and Neil's already given their points. So I want to ask you guys this question, getting back to the main topic. We were getting a little sidetracked over there for a bit. Do goats have to win do you have to win a World Cup to be considered a goat?
No, because Zlatan ain't a goat. He's a god. So and he hasn't won it. So.
What do you think, Mats? I'll let you go first.
Oh, it's a difficult one. It's worth chatting. I guess you could say yes and no. It's a great tiebreaker if there's two that's like level on points and you're like, but if I'm gonna be, I would lean towards no, but having a World Cup at the same time is a great point.
Yeah, because let me ask you this question: can we put Messi, Ronaldo in the same category as Pele, Maradona?
Yes.
Okay, that's what you believe. What about you, Sebastian? What do you think?
Maradona and Pele, you can't really compare them to Messi and Ronaldo right now. But if one of them win the World Cup, then you could say, oh, they are up there. But Messi and Ronaldo are nowhere near Pele. Because Pele, he won like how many World Cup did he win?
I think 3, right?
Yeah, one
I
of
think that's
them.
about right.
And I think, yeah, Sweden could have won a World Cup if it wasn't for Pele. Screw you, Pele. Um, but if Messi wins the World Cup, he's the greatest of all time. If Ronaldo wins it, he's up there, but not better than Messi still. But if Pulisic wins it,
No, but 80, this is the fact that Pele, he actually at that point of time when he played football, that point of time, offside goals were also counted. Offside goals were also counted. So Pele,
bro,
I mean,
Pele scored. Pele scored like uh, 500 or 800 goals in his backyard.
Yeah. Let's let Neil
He
finish.
was also scoring a lot of goals on like poorly conditioned pitches.
Yeah,
poorly
Neil,
conditioned
what were you saying?
pitches. But I will agree with it. But the problem with that he says that he scored like 1,200 something goals, but I will actually say that he actually counts the friendly matches as well. So I don't rate Pele that much. I would rate Maradona higher than Pele. To be very honest with you all.
No, but I think this is why we need like I said at the very beginning to AD, like this is why we need a distinction between who's a better player and who's greater and who has the greater legacy, man. Because the thing is, he said, bro, like I think overall this is a tougher era. Like the hardest part about that era were just the conditions, man. Like the heavier ball, number one, the fact that defenders could get away with virtually anything, number two, and like Matt said, the pitches were like in horrendous shape, like everywhere. So it was a very primitive era and very difficult to actually play football in that era. But the thing is that like tactics have evolved so much, like teams have evolved so much, defenders have gotten so much better. Like I don't know, man. Like I just think Messi and Ronaldo, they're just better players than Pele. But like I said with the Neymar and Cruyff thing, like Cruyff has a much better legacy than Neymar. Like if you ask anybody like who's the greater player, they'll say Cruyff is the greater player, man. He has the bigger legacy. But when you actually watch these two side by side, bro, like there's not even any comparison, man. Neymar clearly is like if you watch them actually watch tape of Cruyff in Ajax, like the best version of Cruyff, and then the best version of Neymar in 15-16 at Barca, bro. Like Neymar just blows him away, like in everything, bro. Like but like people will just laugh at Neymar. But the thing is, like, that's what, man. Like I think just certain things that players achieve helps to bolster their legacy and greatness, man. Like, and I definitely think there's a distinction between like greater and who's actually the better player. You know what I mean? Like that's why I'll say like Messi and Ronaldo, they're the best. But once the format of the club changes, once a new player comes up that could break their records and everything and could like compare to them aesthetically in terms of dribbling and skills and such, like like at that point, what would they present that can overcome that in the GOAT debate, and I feel like that trump card is the World Cup.
Yeah, but 80. But according to but you look at that thing that even there are so many English players who haven't means according to me they should have won the Ballon d'Or. I mean they should be considered as goats, but they're not. Like
Exactly.
example David Beckham, he's not considered as goat for Manchester. Means he's the best ever player we had at Manchester United, but he's not considered as the goat. Like Michael Owen, youngest ever Ballon d'Or winner for Liverpool at that point of time for Liverpool, but he's not considered as the goat. Same with so many players like Gerrard, Lampard, then Sol Campbell, then Ashley Cole, then I mean I won't so not David Seaman, but there are actually so many players, uh, But unfortunately, but the debate is like you have to win a World Cup. You have to win a World Cup according to for you to be a goat. Like that's like means there's so many players who have won the Ballon d'Or. Means I would but they're still not considered as the goat.
Yeah, that I think that adds fuel to the thing. Like I don't think a Ballon d'Or personally is enough, bro. Like I think like somebody in the comments said like international trophy at least, something like that, man, something memorable like that, which is like in addition to just the club football. Like I think it's needed, to be honest. to be considered in the GOAT category because, like you said, there's a lot of English players. There's just a lot of players in general, like who have achieved a lot, but they're not in this conversation.
And the Ballon d'Or only covers 1 year.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, guys, like I feel like there's like everyone has their own criteria. Kind of like I don't think there's like a universal rule that you have to win this, but obviously, I think every player has an aspiration to win the World Cup. I think if you ask many players which would they want to win the most, I think most people would say the World Cup. Do you guys agree?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I will agree.
Easily.
Yeah, but you're looking at like nations like like let's say like Norway and like Sweden, these kind of nations, and obviously the chances of winning a World Cup is very difficult. So how can they be considered the goats then?
There's another great example
Go ahead,
to what you just said, AD. George Weah, he's considered as a legend, and his national team was Liberia.
Yeah.
So you could get goats from, or a player who could potentially be a goat that plays for a country that's miles off qualifying for the World Cup.
Yeah, like San Marino. I don't know. They might not have a goat. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Like we had this very interesting, like really long debate on my channel as well, man. And the conclusion actually that we came to was really interesting. And it's that sometimes you do have these instances like Nedved, like Haaland, like Gareth Bale for Wales, where like a spectacular player comes from a very tiny like non-footballing nation. But generally speaking, bro, the biggest footballing nations produce the best players as well. Like the thing is that, like, okay, take Haaland, right, or take Nedved, very good players. But are these players really better than an R9, a Messi, a Maradona? Like, they're not, bro. Like, so I feel at the end of the day, bro, like these countries like Germany, Spain, Argentina, Brazil, like they will produce the best players, man. Like, because they have a culture there which facilitates and also encourages and enables that kind of talent to grow. So I think at the end of the day, bro, the best players will come from the biggest nations. At the end of the day, bro.
And you make a good point, Vass. So for me, for those kind of players, I don't expect them to win a World Cup, but at least do what they can, like try to like show out and like do like impressive numbers and that kind of thing, like perform in international tournaments. Like look at Lewandowski, for instance. I know Poland finished bottom of the group, but he still scored like 4 goals for them. That for me is pretty good, honestly. For the limited for how poor that Poland team was in the Euros.
Yeah.
So like try to do something like that. Like try to like score like 2 goals against do something like that. Even if your nation finishes last, try to do something that you can do. Like if you're that good, that's my opinion.
Yeah. Like Poland, they have Mexico, Argentina, and Saudi Arabia. Like Lewandowski, he tried first start with scoring 3 or 4 versus Saudi Arabia, and then see what he can do versus Mexico. Maybe score 1, and then versus Argentina, he might score 1 goal.
Yeah. So my thing is that Vass, you do make a good point though. Like generally speaking, the best players that we know are from like the best nations in the world. The best nations in the world typically produces the best players. And these kind of players, as you mentioned, like Haaland and Zlatan, these kind of other players, like they just need to perform what they can do. Obviously we can't really expect them to win a World Cup because that's very harsh. That's very difficult. So yeah, I mean, Sebastian, let me ask you this question: Do you think Zlatan has had a great career so far?
Yeah, I would say so. Like he has won like how many 34 titles, I believe, if I'm not wrong. He has played in many clubs. He has done what R9 did. R9 played for Inter Milan, and now Zlatan has played for Inter and Milan also. So, but I feel like Zlatan, to make it better, I feel like he would I wanted him to be at this World Cup. But we, of course, bottled it thanks to stupid Djurgården players who keeps having no mentality at all. Also, that the reason I think we didn't make the World Cup is Seb Larsson. Why did he retire from the national team? Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, back early in the last decade, Larson was great on free kicks. But as for now, I can't really add to that. Maybe because
Yeah, he can't miss penalties, man. On penalties, he can't miss them. He scored one today also, when we won 2-1. He can't miss penalties. Put like 5 goalkeepers. He would smash it in the goal. It's that easy, I don't know. Oh, this by me, they're stingy. Why do they want 97
AD, any important points that I might have missed?
So yeah, we were just discussing is that I was just talking to Vass, like, what if you're from like a nation like, let's say like Chile, Sweden, like basically not really top nations, and how do you how do we expect them to win a World Cup? Because like I said, they're just not really a footballing nation, or they just don't have enough quality. And so how do we how can they be considered as goats? So like how do we make how do we make them considered as goats? What can they do?
I think what I would say is the GOAT from that nation would help them take them further than they regularly would do. So the go above distances that in some outside contenders they'd be, in a sense, take them further than they normally would do.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good point. Look at Mohamed Salah, for instance, right? Remember, Egypt had a very poor record. They didn't qualify for a World Cup, and then he's the reason why they made the World Cup, this 2018 one. I know they didn't make this edition one. So
I mean, Ramos was to blame for Salah not being fully fit until game 3.
No, he played versus Russia.
Yeah, but he still wasn't 100%.
He still scored.
Yeah, true. Scored both Egypt's goals, in fact.
To be fair, I wanted Salah and Mane not to draw each other, so we could maybe see them two in the World Cup.
But then on the bright side, at least we know at least one of them would be there.
Yeah, it's quite unfortunate.
I don't know if Salah will be playing the next World Cup. He might retire. I don't know.
Yeah.
How old is he now?
He's like 30 or something. 29, is he?
Yeah, I mean,
he's got another World Cup in him.
I think he might give it another go 2026. And then I don't see him going 2030.
AD. I think most likely there might be an exception depending on how the World Cup goes. It would, I think, winning a World Cup would help. Could potentially help make the difference between who's better between Messi and Ronaldo.
Yeah,
and I'd probably would say that as well. I do think if Ronaldo did win in it, then definitely ahead of Messi. And I still got post 2015 Messi. I had Messi as the greatest from when I started following football to 2015, and then post 2015, I've said Ronaldo's the best of this generation, at least.
Yeah, it's interesting because, like I said, there's like certain criteria, and as I said, like I said, I think Messi, Ronaldo, they've done everything they can at club football. I'll agree that they're club goats. You can put them there, but for me, my issue for considering the GOAT is that they haven't quite done the international stage. Like they haven't really performed the big international games. They haven't really been that kind of amazing in the World Cup, especially the knockout stage in particular. And I don't know if you guys know this. Neither of them scored in the World Cup knockout stage. And so I kind of find it really strange.
Didn't Messi score in 2014?
He got an assist. He didn't score in the knockout stage.
Oh,
Yeah. So
Di Maria got one goal, and I don't remember who the other one got.
Di Maria is so underrated.
Oh yeah, Di Maria is underrated.
Nobody talks about him. Like, literally, he's under the radar for many people, but they don't really see how good he is for real. I don't know what lineup Argentina is gonna play in the.
I think the thing with Di Maria now is that he's aging, man. Like, I think he gave his last legs for that Copa America, but I think now Argentina needs to heavily invest in Julian Alvarez, bro, because this kid has, like, he can do something in this World Cup, and we're seeing like this is more and more of a young man's game as well.
Yeah. Vas make a good point. I don't really think there's I don't think Argentina have enough young players. I feel like there's like too many old players in the team.
Dude, that's why Lautaro and Julian Alvarez need to step up, man. Especially, I think Alvarez is a very, very talented player. I think he can, like, in the way that Di Maria came clutch, I don't think he can do that, especially because he's older. He's not had a good season at all for PSG, and he's, like, it's also a much more difficult tournament, man, than Copa America. So I think Alvarez, like, I think this is his time, to be honest. And it wouldn't surprise me if he is the best performer for Argentina if he's given to do so.
Yeah. He destroyed Alianza Lima in the Libertadores. He scored 6 goals. And the team I support in South America was in the same group, and they won 4-0.
Yeah.
And so he absolutely destroyed the clubs. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
He's
anyways.
so good.
Yeah,
That's
by the way, we'll be ending the stream soon. We've been here for around an hour and 22 minutes. So
And by the
I guess
way,
we should
AJ,
give our final remarks here.
Elliot, will you be live on Twitch?
Later today, I might. It's gonna probably be a late for you. Maybe at like 5 p.m. my time. Maybe like in 2 hours from now or something like that. I need some time to recoup, so it'll be kind of late for you. So I'm not sure you can join. So sorry for that, Sebastian.
I think it will be fine in 2 hours.
All right, yeah, something like that. Because I gotta take some break.
AG.
Yeah, what are you saying, Matt?
I have a conclusion to the topic of this question.
All right, what's the conclusion?
Winning a World Cup doesn't define a footballing GOAT, but it can be the difference between deciding who is and who isn't.
That's a very good conclusion.
Yeah, I think that's a good, fair way to put it. And definitely, like I said, guys, will be very interesting because my personal thing is that because like I said, guys, the World Cup, man, it can also have a greater legacy as well. I think that's also another thing we have to look at.
Yeah.
Because I know some people. If you're asking Argentina, who do they prefer? I think Ronaldo or Messi or Maradona. I think many of them would pick Maradona.
Oh, big Messi.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
I would pick Messi.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally speaking, if you're looking at Messi and Maradona, I think for me Messi is overall the better player. I think he's been better, more consistent. But I think Maradona's has a greater legacy and a greater impact. Winning the Scudetto with Napoli and winning the World Cup with Argentina. Of course, Messi, his titles at Barca has been amazing, but I just feel like for me, winning this Serie A with Napoli was very, very impressive. Like, Napoli haven't come close to winning a Serie A in a while, man.
I feel like now that Messi is gonna have number 10 at PSG. I feel like he's gonna be the Messi he was at Barca. Because Messi with number 10 is something special. Plus the number 30 jersey at PSG. That's kind of a goalkeeper jersey, so it might be. That's why he might did some bad performances this season. But anyways, I think he will be much better.
Yeah.
You might like this. Some of you might have seen it, but I've seen a photoshopped picture of an Argentina versus Portugal game at the World Cup final.
Oh,
It ended 1-0 Portugal. Cristiano Ronaldo scoring a penalty in the 119th minute, and the caption said, "How World War III began."
Man, that would never happen because Portugal will get knocked out in the groups. Everyone knows that. I
Anyways,
don't see them.
let me just be honest with you guys.
Will get to the final.
I don't think Argentina Portugal final will not happen.
Yeah, never.
You can agree on that.
Yeah.
I'm staying off social media for the day if it happens.
Yeah. So let me read some of the final comments real quick, and then we'll be heading out here in a bit. So let me read. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Where's the last one? Okay. Suarez has played 35 La Liga matches, scored 11 goals, and given 4 assists for my team, my favorite team, Atletico Madrid. Nice, they're moving him to Aston Villa. That's not confirmed yet, but it's very much possible.
And I gotta say, Real Madrid and Atletico or Burnley 2.0. Real Madrid yesterday, they parked the bus so much the whole freaking game. Ryan said on the stream yesterday, they parked the bus. That's why they got into the final. They got so lucky. But wait until next season. Liverpool is coming back.
Yeah. Anyways, let me read the next
Man
comment.
City's coming back too.
I'd take Harry Maguire over Jorginho on penalties any day. He shoots in the top corner every time. Oh yeah, same here, man. I'm taking Harry Maguire over Jorginho.
Yeah, I don't remember where he placed his penalty against Switzerland in the Nations League, but I remember it went in.
Yeah, he always does like the hopscotch thing. Yeah, Harry Maguire scored a penalty, broke the camera in year 2020. Mats, what club do you support?
Bristol Rovers. I'd say my favourite Premier League team, probably West Ham. And I also have a soft spot for Sabadell near Barcelona and Porto.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did you guys hear that Nottingham Forest, they just got promoted?
Yep.
Wow, that's good. Yes, I wanted them to go to the Prem.
Yeah.
To be fair, if I would pick over, I would easily pick Nottingham Forest to make it over any other team in the championship. Of course, I want Blackburn to do it because of Ben Burton Diaz, of course, but I take it.
Fulham have Mitrovic.
Yeah. Shocking update. Ragnick has left Manchester United.
He is
Saw
garbage
that.
in the Premier League. Mitrovic is garbage. He probably gonna score 0 goals, and he's gonna flop versus Sweden. I'm calling it now.
We'll see about that. Anyways, remember, Messi and Ronaldo are better than Paulo Maradona. World Cups are not based on one player.
Let's go.
I don't know, man. I don't
Yes.
know. That's an interesting topic, but you could maybe say that. You could
Yeah.
maybe say that. I won't give my.
I got this new shirt for my birthday.
Oh, that's great! I love this shirt. That's amazing.
It should be lose, and lose.
Go. All right.
No,
Versus Think Song. They got 10 hacks, so don't worry. All right.
Oh wait, Den Hag.
Oh yeah, look at this guy, Irmer. I rate R9 higher than Pele. Oh, this is a huge. Oh man, that's
R9
crazy.
has he won a World Cup?
Yes,
Yes,
World Cup.
2002.
No, but
Hey,
actually he's right, bro. Actually he's right in terms of talent
Yeah.
and everything. R9 is see the most talented 2 Brazilians of all time are Ronaldinho and R9, bro. If you actually watch them play and see what they did to defenders, and the era that these two played in, bro, the early 2000s, that was the hardest era for attackers because it was the peak of defensive football. You know what I mean? Like, it was when defenders were harsh, but also tactics were there to stop these individuals from shining. So the fact that they shined in that era, especially R9 and Inter in the late 90s, like, that was incredibly difficult, man. So, like, these two are the most talented Brazilians, easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Like in terms of talent, their R9's probably better. Now, career-wise, obviously Pele's probably better.
Yeah. Eddie, if USA somehow wins the World Cup, you gotta get the R9 haircut. You got it, man. Just
Sebastian, we'll
wait.
see about that. We'll see about that. I
I
don't know.
would.
I don't want to make any dares.
I'd prefer to see a Weston McKennie haircut.
Ooh. Oh, you know what I should do, guys? I should.
Oh, about him. I signed him in FIFA right now. I signed him.
Yeah, guys. If USA wins the World Cup, we're gonna have to. It's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be absolutely insane.
Man, I will be joining that. It will be fun.
Yeah. Okay. Next comment is Zero Seven Gorson. Neo Pele is past his prime since he had left Real Madrid. Okay. The 2017 Pepe isn't 2022 Pepe anymore.
True.
Where did Pepe come from? Anyways, what's the problem for Portugal defense? Oh yeah, Portugal. I don't know. I think Pepe's still good. Obviously, he's not as good as before, but I still think he's decent.
It's that they have aging defenders. That's why.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Pepe's 38. Fonte is like 36.
Yeah.
They have like combined pace. The combined pace between them is like 60 or something. They're slow.
All right, let's move to the next comment. Exactly. Why say international trophies? Your nation could be super small on the world stage, but you can be big in your confederation. So you could win international trophy for your confederation. But you could also say the same thing too. Like, do we really expect like let's say you're from like Norway? Do we really expect Norway to win at Euros?
No,
I'm sorry.
no.
So like I'm sorry. There's also flaws with that argument too. So if you could look
Even last 16 might be considered a success for Norway.
Anyone but Norway. Anyone but Norway. Please. Not Norway.
No, I would just Sebastian. I don't mean like they'll win it, but I'm just like saying like an example. Like my thing is that Irma says that you need to, in order to be a GOAT, you have to win an international trophy. But what if you're from like nation like from like San Marino and like from these kind of nations? Like it's gonna be hard for you to win something there. You know what I mean? Like it's like so like that's why I say, man, this topic is very difficult to answer. Like there's like there's a lot of tangibles. It's not straightforward. So yeah.
And what do you think Mexico needs?
Oh, this is an interesting comment. The thing about Messi is that has he proved himself anywhere outside of La Liga? Ronaldo has been the Premier League, Portugal, Serie A. He's proved himself in each league.
Yes, that exactly. But the fact that Messi has gone to PSG, it is, I guess, at least there's the argument of Messi's only achieved in Barcelona. At least that argument's gone out the window a little bit. But
yeah, I mean, for me personally, I'm going to keep this short and sweet because we got to get out of here in a few minutes.
La Liga 2 for Ronaldo.
Yeah, for me, the thing about Messi is that, yes, that's true. But my thing about Messi is that people don't realize that Messi and Ronaldo are different players. Messi isn't just a goal scorer. Ronaldo is a goal scorer now, whether you like it or not. Okay. I know Ronaldo used to play as a winger back then, but he doesn't play as a winger anymore. Okay. Messi's job is to not only score the goals, he has to create, he has to play make, and he has to assist. And the reason why his numbers at PSG have not been great is because they're deferring to Mbappe. And Messi doesn't want to do everything, because he knows that players at Barcelona are just not that good enough. So that's why he had to carry this team. He had to carry this team on his back because the other players won't step up. But he knows that at PSG, Mbappe is going to step up. Mbappe is the main guy. Now, if Mbappe leaves, then I think Messi is going to step up and he'll probably be the main goal scorer. Obviously, we know Mbappe's staying, but I'm just saying that if he did leave, I think Messi would be a lot better, as goal scoring wise. Yeah. So,
I think this upcoming season, I think Messi is gonna just score like 20 goals.
Yeah, and also here's another thing. I don't think Messi really cares about PSG that much. Messi was actually forced to leave Barca. He didn't want to leave Barca on his own wish. I think honestly, guys, I think he only joined PSG because of Neymar. And maybe like Paredes and Di Maria, these kind of players. But I think the main reason was for Neymar because Messi and Neymar are very close friends.
I want Suarez to join the PSG now. MSN back together again.
I don't think it's gonna happen, Sebastian. But that'd be awesome though. That'd be crazy.
I think it will.
Yeah, but my point I'm trying to make here is that it's like that in the way because my thing is that Messi is just like that. So let's see what he does in the World Cup, man. Because for me, that's what's going to be important. Because if Messi doesn't show up in that World Cup, then it's going to be bad. He has to show up in that World Cup. He has to.
I think he will.
All right.
I'm sure.
World Cups will enhance your reputation, but they won't define it. Yeah, I think that's what other people have said already. That it will make your reputation better, but they won't make it won't be. So I guess you're in the viewpoint that it won't make you considered a GOAT, but it will help your legacy. Is that I think that's what you mean. That's what I kind of said earlier. Really very sorry, guys. I had to leave around 5 a.m. here at my place, so I had to go and get some sleep as I'm college tomorrow. Yeah, we're gonna be ending the stream anyways in a bit. So yeah, man. It's been a good stream. We had a lot of people come on here. It has been a good stream. We've been here for around an hour and 35 minutes. I think we kind of got to the conversation. I think we all pretty much came to the agreement that you don't need to win a World Cup, but if you do win a World Cup, it will help you it will help define your legacy, and that it helps to make with the comparisons from the previous generations, and it just changes everything. So do you guys have any final remarks before we leave?
I guess also it'll help you against your competition as well, in terms of contenders for the GOAT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Sebastian, you have any final remarks here?
Not really, though. It's not really much to say, but Messi and Ronaldo will be GOATs anyway.
All right.
Even if they both get kicked out of the group stage. Like, legit.
That'd be crazy, man. That'd be crazy, Sebastian. Both of them go on the group stage. That would be crazy.
I say, even if that will happen, I don't think that will happen, but if they do somehow, they will still be GOATs. Because they have done so much for football these 20 years, I believe that played.
That's true. All right, so I think that's gonna be it for the debate. So as I said, the month of June's coming up around, and remember, guys, from June 1st all the way to like July, there's gonna be some, basically pretty much mostly June. There'll be a few July videos, but I'm gonna try to get a World Cup preview for you guys every single day of the month of June for each nation. We guys already got 5 nations already discussed. The 5 nations we've already recorded are Brazil, England, Spain, Canada, and Ghana. So like I said, if you guys have any other friends that can help me for this, please let me know. I'll be willing to chat with them, and we could do a discussion for all 32.
Have you done USA yet?
The USA, I'll probably just do that myself.
Or by Mike, or with Mike.
Yeah, I guess I could do it with Mike. We'll have to wait and see what happens. And yeah, man. So
Mike has a Ghanaian contacts you could use.
Oh, I already got someone for Ghana.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, that's like I said, if you guys can help, if you guys have any other nations that can be introduced, let me know. Like I said, I want to try to get all this done in the month of June, because it's gonna be very difficult to do over the fall semester, because everyone's back in work and school and that kind of things, and obviously it's gonna be hard for me to do. So I want to do everything during the summer. And then once those previews are out, we could do our World Cup predictions following that later on. So I'll be very much appreciated.
What have you thought about what game you're gonna stream later?
Yeah, later today we'll probably do. I think I'll probably do FIFA 22, and we'll probably do Create the Club mode.
Ooh.
Yeah,
that's
so
what I'm saying right now.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I love Create the Club.
Yeah, somehow I simulated, and I saw a loss, and it was versus Bristol, and it was not versus Rovers, it was versus City, Bristol City.
Well done.
Wow.
No, I lost versus them.
Oh man.
How bad must you be?
No, I simulated. I thought I don't know how. It was a away game. Maybe they have Mbappe. Who knows?
All right, let me look at the final comments. So Irma says, "Yo, Pichu, yo, Senegal and Netherlands." Oh yeah, I haven't gotten any for those yet. Although I think I have someone ready up for Netherlands. We'll do that in a bit later on today. But yeah, that'll be interesting indeed. So like I said, guys, International Football Man is coming back, and it's gonna be very exciting this summer, man. Sweden, man, and it'll be interesting to see what happens, man.
Yeah, previews for.
Got any videos planned for the World Cup qualifiers?
Oh yeah, World Cup qualifiers. That's also coming out. Jeez, there's so much we have to do.
Have you something planned for Nations League though?
Yeah, I already did like Nations League videos.
Something more.
You did like a group prediction.
Yeah. Maybe I might we might do some live streams coming up.
And I'm not happy what Mike predicted for the Sweden's group.
Yeah, sorry here. I also did the same.
He predicted
I put Sweden first.
I put also Sweden first. I'm confident that we're going to win. Especially now that Vlahovic is not going to play this upcoming month. because he's injured.
Ooh, that's a big blow. Let's see though. Maybe we'll see what happens. And definitely, man, a lot of things coming up. But then obviously we got AFCON qualifiers and AFC qualifiers, like so much football in the Nations League as well, and the World Cup qualifiers.
Yep.
And we always have Argentina versus Italy. That game's gonna also be happening. There's just so much to keep track, man.
And we have the new qualifiers for the next seasons, Conference League and
Oh yes,
Champions League coming. So
yeah, and Europa League as well. And yeah, there's just a lot to do, man. So I think that's a good way to end for today's stream. We've been here for around an hour and 40 minutes. I'd like to thank Sebastian for coming on here, Matt's channel. I'd like to thank Vass. I'd like to thank Neil. And of course, I'd like to thank you guys that were chatting here in the comment section. Let me go and see how many of you guys did the poll. Let me just look at that one last thing. And then we'll look at how many likes, and then we'll head out here. So do you guys do the poll? Let me see how many people did.
I simulated to January in the career mode I'm doing, and Arsenal are 18th.
Wow.
To be fair, it's in 2024, I believe.
Yeah, all right. So the votes are in. So we have 58% says yes, and 42% says no. So we had 19 votes. I think that's a good amount of votes we had. And interesting. So most of you guys believe that it should be yes, which is interesting. So yeah, like I said, I guess there's that. And obviously we got 11 likes. That was my target. My target was 10 likes, and we surpassed that. So that's good to see.
Well
yeah, I think that's gonna be it. So like I said, yeah, like I said, guys, on recently just hit 800 subscribers. Let's see, we can get to let's see if we can get to 1,000 by the end of this year. That'd be greatly appreciated.
Or by the end of the next month, maybe.
End of this month, that's gonna be. Let's see. We might. I think it's gonna be very difficult, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Let's put the target at the end of the year. That's pretty much my main target. So yeah, like I said, guys, make sure you guys comment down below your thoughts in the comment section below if you're watching the replay. Like this stream as well if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you're not here, and make sure you guys share the stream with your friends. Like I said, it'll be great to have you guys come on more. And that's it for today. Make sure you guys check me out in the description below, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.
See ya.